Give me 10 to 20 minutes and I'll make you rich. My name is Eric Cash and I help coaches and mentors scale their online info business, and I personally scaled mine into multiple six-figure annual info business at just 18 years old. In this video, I'll give you the entire blueprint you need to become successful with this, right? So take a seat, get out from the comment section, just put this on full screen. Let's start. So for me, the first info business that I started was in the trading niche, right? Because I started trading around maybe 4 years ago, right? I became profitable at that. Took me 2 years to become profitable. So I found a skill that I was very good at. I had a skill, solved a problem. Now, I had a friend who asked me like, what do you do? And I said trading at the time, right? This was years ago. And he paid me $200 to teach him how to trade. And that gave me an idea, like, what if I just teach people how to do stuff and they can pay me a lot of money? And blah, 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 blah. Eventually, I turned that into a multiple six-figure annual info business and completely changed my life and started to make way, way more money than trading. And you may think like, is this a scam? It's not a scam to teach people how to do stuff. But unfortunately, most people are not teaching you how to teach stuff, how to sell information. So I created this channel and now I basically teach how to sell info, just like I do. And your favorite mentor does it as well, right? So essentially, the way you make this work is you have to find the problem that you solved in your life. For me, it was trading. And then eventually I solved a huge problem, which was launching and scaling my online info business, right? And now I teach people, and now I help coaches and mentors scale the online info business. So you have to find a problem that you solved in your life. But regardless, let's say you find your problem that you solved. For some people, it can be a fitness freaking transformation. You went from fat to fit. That's a huge problem solved. Okay, just need to know how to monetize it, because there's plenty of guys who cannot even get out from their bed because they're so obese, and they wish that you just would start posting about it online and teach them how to get that transformation. So you have now your problem solved. If you don't, then you should find something, or at least solve something. Once you find your unfair advantage, the problem that you solved, step by step, what you're gonna have to start to do. You download Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, all those social media apps, and you start promoting your shit. You start posting daily on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and you start to post about your story, how to solve this specific problem, and you start to gain that audience of people who also need to get that problem solved, the problem that you already solved. What this does is essentially it makes you as an authority, as a very skilled individual that people look up to. Okay, because the problem that most people, when they start this, they want to sell courses and mentorships, want to sell info, they start to post everything at once. They start to post about fitness, then they start to talk about money, then they start to all this kind of stuff, entertainment. No, you have to talk about one thing, okay? One specific thing, the problem that you solved. Because this creates massive authority, this makes you as an authority, essentially, right? And that's what I did. In my first info business, I became the trading coach. Now I am the info coach. I teach people how to sell info. So I have to become an authority. Let's say you build a profitable Shopify store, right? And you start, obviously, what should you then post? Obviously, you should post most definitely Shopify shit, like e-commerce shit. Oh, this is the ad strategy that turned my e-commerce store into 10K per month, right? Profits, you know. So you start posting about that, start showing proof, tell your stories, and this and that. And again, that makes you an authority and makes you as an authority. And the reason why that is so powerful, because people buy from people who they trust, who they see as an authority, who is skilled at one thing, who knows his shit, okay? And as Bruce Lee said, right? He said that I don't fear a guy who mastered 10,000 kicks. I fear a guy who mastered one kick, right? You get the point. Become the authority. That's step number 2. Now, step number 3, once you start posting consistently, you obviously need to know like how to make money. You cannot really make money yet. Obviously, ad revenue, but that ain't shit, okay? You have to create your first digital product, info product that you're going to sell that is going to help these guys solve their problems even more, right? In-depth guidance, etc., etc. Something that you cannot give for free. And for us who teach about a specific thing, it should be a high-ticket mentorship coaching offer. The reason why that is so powerful is because obviously, usually these go from 5 to 10K per client, okay? And why you should do it is because you talk about one thing. People are willing to invest a lot of money to your coaching, to you, because you mastered one thing and they want to get that specific problem solved. Okay, they want to become profitable at trading. They want to become profitable at e-commerce. You already solved that. They're willing to invest, right? Unlike some of these gurus online, they talk about everything. It's hard to sell high ticket if you talk about everything, because like every topic, you're in every niche. It's hard to sell high ticket or anything in general because you don't master one thing, right? People need to look up to you because you mastered one thing. Now, once you create this info product, a mentorship, usually mentorship has like one-on-one coaching, group coaching. To actually sell this is you're going to put the application link or the landing page link in every single one of your videos. When you sell high ticket, you shouldn't sell it like this. Like you shouldn't have a landing page where there's the link where they can just pay you 5K. No one's going to probably pay you immediately. Obviously, first they need to get nurtured, warm them up, make them trust you. Obviously, you can do it through email. You're going to have an email list. You can just nurture them in there. I have other videos on that. And you can essentially post top of funnel, middle funnel, and bottom funnel videos. Top of funnel is like to get the eyeballs, more broader way about the stuff that you talk about. Middle funnel is teaching them how. And bottom of funnel videos is essentially you just showing proof of testimonials of your students. That brings crazy trust and it's easy to sell from there. But also, it shouldn't be a landing page where there's the payment link immediately. They should be sent into an application where essentially all the KPIs come in play. Qualification metrics, where is this guy from? Where is this lead? Where's this lead from? How much money does he have to invest in this program, etc., etc. This makes you understand that, okay, this guy is ready for the free call. Okay, then he's gonna be sent into a free call. That's very very powerful because it makes you trust more, and also it's the first commitment essentially, right? So in the free call, in the sales call, that you can join it and your prospect will join it, or your sales closure will join it and your prospect. And essentially the goal of this free call is to make them understand that they have the problem and this is the solution to solve the problem. And essentially you're gonna sell them. This program is this much. Are you willing to invest? There's 5 spots left essentially. Okay, use the scarcity as well. And then they join and you get 5K, 10K profits. And obviously, from there, you're going to make sure that they get the actual results in it. Okay. And also why high ticket is very powerful is because these guys are actually now committed. They want to get the result. They just paid you thousands of dollars. Obviously, they're going to join the calls. They're going to take it seriously and most likely get the results, which will obviously benefit them and also you. Because now you have crazy assets, right? You have to understand that testimonials of your students is one of the greatest assets you can have in this business, in info business, because it gives you sales on autopilot, right? And also, once you have done this, okay, let's say you got your first sale. That's probably the most important because that's like a psychological win. This makes you realize that, holy shit, this shit actually fucking works. This prints money and it's a sign to continue. Now, if you don't get the sale yet, which you probably won't get immediately, I'm gonna be honest, all these fucking gurus online will tell you, yeah, you're gonna get your first fucking sale, you're gonna get your first 10K month within 90 days of starting. It's possible, okay? It's possible, most definitely. But for most people, it's not gonna happen immediately. Because I also want to talk about this. You have to understand that this shit is hard. There's competition, yeah, but this is the greatest business model you can start, selling info. And you have to stay consistent with this. You have to be disciplined enough to actually post consistently. Okay, on Instagram, I post at least 4 times per day, 3 times per day. Okay, on YouTube, main channel, 1 per week. And in the second channel, well, I'm going to post at least 5 times per week. But right now I'm in the military. So I'm on a vacation, 2-day vacation right now. So I'm recording content, right? So I'm in the military. I cannot post crazy amounts because I got to make sure that it's actually quality worthy of posting. But yeah, you get the point. You have to be consistent and actually put a lot of work in. That's what you're not gonna hear from your favorite fucking guru, mentor telling you this. He's gonna say that, yeah, this is gonna be easy. Don't worry, man. No, this shit is hard, okay? But it's gonna be easy once you start being consistent, okay? In the beginning, it's hard because you have to do everything yourself. You don't have a video editor. You don't have a sales team. You don't have this and that. You have to do everything yourself. And you should do everything yourself in the beginning because then you know what works and what doesn't. But essentially, to make this work, you have to find your problem that you solved in your life, okay? Essentially, there's 3 categories that pay the most, that people are willing to invest the most. First of all, there's 3. There's finance-related niche, okay, whether it's trading, whether it's e-commerce, teaching people how to make money. That's very huge because people see that as an investment. They're going to get the money back from your mentorship if it's actually valuable. Then there's health. That's very important. Like I said in the beginning of this video, if you had a transformation of your physique, fat to fit, that's a huge problem solved. That's a health category. That goes in the health category. People see that as an investment. They're going to pay. Also relationships. Let's say you have this, you went from getting no girls and now you get a lot of them. Okay, that's a problem solved. People are willing to invest because those are the 3 things that people have a lot of problems in and people are willing to invest because those actually are painful problems to have. Okay, people are struggling with their finances. They don't have money. They're struggling to pay the bills. They want to learn from someone who can make them rich. Okay, there's people who cannot even get out from their fucking bed because they're so obese. That's a huge problem. There's people who want to feel, they want to find a partner. That's a huge problem. They're willing to invest. So you get the point. So you have to look at these 3 categories and look at the sub niches in it. Okay, obviously wealth, you can't just talk about everything. There's a lot of ways to make money. So you find one specific thing that makes you money. Let's say trading, e-commerce, and you're going to talk about that. Solve problems in that. In health, there's a lot of shit. There's a lot of shit in health. But subcategories, sub-niches. Fitness transformation, fat to fit, skinny to ripped. And relationships, obviously, there's plenty of them. Okay? Whether you now know how to get matches on Tinder, Hinge, whatever, that's one. There's plenty of them. So you have to find your unfair advantage, right? And that's what you're going to be posting consistently. And you have to understand, there's plenty of fucking excuses that most people say. You may think right now, like, why would people listen to me? Well, you have to understand, people need to get their problem solved. And people exchange money to get the problem solved. That's just how it goes, okay? Money is a tool, right? They want to ease their problem. They want to get their problem solved. They want to speed up the process, everything. They want to get results, and they see you as an authority if you post about that one specific thing. Now, about the sales stuff, about making money, about getting people to pay you, a lot of people have these limiting beliefs thinking that, why would people pay me 5 to 10K for this one mentorship? I used to have those until I started to sell them. Until I actually said to myself, like, fuck it. I'm going to join this call and I'm going to fucking close this. And I eventually, obviously, took some tries. Some people didn't buy. And eventually, once I got my first sale, I was like, this shit works. It's the psychological win. So don't have those limited beliefs. There's plenty of people in this world that are willing to pay you a lot of fucking money to get that problem solved. Because for some people, that problem is massive and they see you as an authority. They trust you. If you post consistently about one thing, you show proof, they're going to trust you. They're going to exchange money. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below. Tomorrow I have to go to the military. As usual, I'll see you on the other side.